Hello, it's Erica of Erber Arts, and we're here for Sunday demo. I'm still sort of frantically running around. I haven't actually even pulled anything yet. Do, however, have my cup of tea. It's mango black or black mango from Trader Joe's. Yeah, so I gotta pull some stuff to put here on Sebastian. We're still dealing with the very funky tripod. I'm hoping tomorrow to be able to get a new battery for the phone, so I won't have to contort things and plug things in. Because even plugged in, I'm still not getting 100%. Okay, so I'm going to look for stuff in a second. I thought I would show you, I think I've showed you this before. Tomorrow when I go to wash things at my guild that I dyed yesterday, I take this with me, and I haven't decided which end yet. I'm going to twist the fringe on one end, and the plan is to make a cowl. I'll get this on like that. So the end that I don't, this is all hem stitched. I'm going to trim and then fold, probably just hand sew it up, and then sew this in front of it so that the fringy bits hang down on that one side, and then I will have a cowl that matches the rust brown color items that I have dyed. So that's the plan for this. So I can move this out of the way somewhere. Let's put this over here. Okay, now I gotta find colors that we can actually make bats with. What have I got? That's purple. That's going. I'm making another purple bat some other time. Ooh, what's in here? I have grab bags from Mitten State. So are they yarn or are they? I think those are yarn. Never mind. We won't be making bats with those because those are definitely yarn. Aren't they pretty colors though? Very fall. I think I bought them last fall. Okay. So this clearly does not belong over here with all the fiber. Let's go put this with the 2B cowl. Let's see what else I got. I may pull some of this out again. Ooh, I could mix that. Oh no, those don't go together. I'm thinking about using that merino. I think those are merino mill ends. We're going to see if I can find merino mill ends. Let's see what else I got over here. Ooh, I could do something with, I got a whole bunch of Corriedale. Also got a Progress Keeper when I bought the yarn that I'm making the current cowl out of, or shawl out of. Let's pull that up. Just put that down there. So I do have some colors here. Let's see. Let's put the green away. We're not going to do that. I will pull one of these Corriedales out. I got this from, I do not remember what the name of their booth was. It was a small farm. But this is, I think this is commercial, not. So I have some yellow, which I have plans for. I have some red that I have some plans for. Those are for felting. So we have a choice. They were really they had some great purple early on, and they sold out of that. So should we do pink or blue? We are not doing pink and blue. We are doing pink or blue. I think what I have for bamboo that might work. Well, if I want to go pink. Pink is a harder sell, but these are each 2 ounces, so we'll go pink. I could maybe supplement it a bit with, oh, that might be nice with that. This one is from Random Rovings, and it is Romney Corriedale. So what goes with that? Corriedale. This is Corriedale. Romney Corriedale. We could do that. That would work. I gotta think of what other colors that go. This is often how I make bats. I just sort of grab a color and say, well, what do I got that goes with it? Let's see. I've got a tub of locks over here. Ooh, what's this? Okay, these are BFL Cotton Wax from Terra Mia. Let's see if I've got some colors that would go. I got pinky purple. Those might go okay. There's some more darker ones. I think I like those darker ones better than these. And because they very much have the BFL elements, the very tiny, tiny little locks. It's overcast today. We may get rain later. It's like really windy, and it's sunny, and then it's not sunny, and then got some more pink down here. Oh yeah. So grab a few more of these pink ones. Oh yeah. I like those. In fact, I like those better than the ones that have the purple in them. Oh look, some VM. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I may keep those out. Get rid of the ones with the purples. See if there's any more in here that are pinky. Pull a little bit from there. Those are too red, I think. Those might be good. Okay, so we got that. Let's see what we have for like a bamboo silk type of thing. I don't want to go purple. Going cream, like this nice little natural lock would be nice. I might add some silk in. Let's see what I got in silks. Skip the sari silk today. I know, shocking. Let's see what we got over here. Lots more sari silk. Let's see what this is. Nope, that's very much Christmassy. This is sort of wines and purple. This is from the fold out cap. This is more sari silk. But this color goes really well with this one here. This is sari silk roving, otherwise known as, she calls it sari fur. So put that there. I still want something sort of silky. Let's see what else I got in here. Let's see what we got in this bag. This is all the stuff from, ooh, that's kind of pretty. This is all from Frivolous You. Okay, that's a purple, which I don't think we want. This might be too red. I'll leave that right there. Let's see what else. Some other things at the bottom. I think that's another one of those. I don't think I have any bamboo, like a rose-colored bamboo would be really pretty. Well, that one started, so, and I think this one's a little lighter than this one. So we'll deal with that. Let's see if I've got anything else. This is sort of like the tower of things that don't go with anything else. Let's see, I got orange. That's orange. I should do a Halloween bat soon. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything else that's grabbing me. We could put a little bit of Tussa silk on there. I think that would look okay. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll probably do a half and half bat. Oh, look at that. We have a lock that jumped. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick drink of tea. Okay, what did I just drop? Oh, I dropped the tag for this. Okay, pile of locks, silk, silk. We might use both kinds of silk, I think. Sari silk, this. And then these two. These two I'm going to put off camera just because they're easier to manage that way. And I'm less likely, though I'm going to save the tag that I dropped on the floor. Okay. That'll go there. Okay. So this merino Corriedale one has a little bit of VM in it, so I'll just have to remember to write that on the tag. But also, as I'm fluffing it, I will check to see if there's any larger pieces that need to come out. Okay, here we go. So I'm anticipating using about half of this. This is a 2-ounce ball. And when you're doing sort of a half and half, like I will be doing, this is going to go over here. You always want to make sure that the colors overlap. Okay. Let me see if I can tilt you down just a little bit more without making everything collapse. Okay, I think that'll stay. Good. Okay. Hopefully you won't tip forward. If you do, I will save you after the fact. Okay, so get this all nice and fluffed out. Make sure it's going to be wide enough. Yep. So there should be some overlap here. Fluff it out. Okay. So then we can start putting things on. I think I'm going to put the Tussa Silk on first. It's technically called Honey Tussa Silk just because of the color. Got this from my friend Ellen, Fabric Heroes and Sundry. This is my last free weekend until December. I spent the morning just sort of reading and knitting. I did do a little, I did dishes, I did some laundry. I have to now take care of the laundry I did, but okay, so this color is a little too close to that. So I think when I put it on, I'm mainly going to put it on over here, and I'll put this color over here. I'll give it a little over here too. Yeah, so I did laundry, did dishes. One of the things I'm doing is cleaning out the my freezer. I've got stuff that's gotten to the back that's like freezer burned and old. And I'm like, go through it, decide what you need, what's still good, what's not. Because later this week, there we go. Look at that. That's a nice sort of burgundy on there. The plan is to make pesto. If my basil plant will have survived by that point. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and I'm going to feel a little bit to make sure there's no VM. Also going to separate them out a bit. A lot of them are probably going to fall through. In fact, I should probably look under there to see what it looks like under there. Because they're just these tiny little curls. That's the BFL. Okay, hang on. There's something under there. Get my hand in through this side. Oh, paper towel. Okay. Oh, look, and something from when I made a blue bat. Put that down there. So you can, if I was Caitlin, I would be making a little sandwich. What you can also do is you can also just place them. You can just go like that. Which I think is probably what I'm going to do. Because I think these are just going to fall on through. So my plan is lighter ones, well, actually I only have lighter ones here. Lighter ones go on this side. Just a little bit. There we go. We'll do one or two over here. But just the colors are going to blend in. That's just the thing. So I've got a darker one or two to put over here. You don't need a lot. There we go. So this will be nice, nice little bit of texture. Press them in like that. Okay. Let's keep building. and drinking our tea. I have a fairly small kitchen, so my microwave often is like the bread box, right? I store stuff in there, and so when I'm like my tea is getting cool, I should stick it in the microwave. It becomes like, how much stuff is in the microwave that I have to pull out to actually use it? My oven's the same way. My oven is where I store my stock pot and not my cookie sheets. My cookie sheets have a different place to go, but my roasting pans, that kind of stuff. My pizza tray, which is like awkward shape, right? Because it's round and perforated and not square like everything else, or rectangular. Okay, put some pink on. So I always have to like take everything out of the oven when I want to roast something. It's just sort of the way it is when you have a very small kitchen. Because my whole place is small. Okay. Making sure I'm overlapping here. But also I don't want to come over the edge too much. This is wanting to go over the edge a bit. So I keep coming by and like grabbing and pulling up. There we go. Okay, and we go repeat. Dust silk. And then the various mulberry silks. I'll line this just a little bit here. I always got an interesting way of braiding this. I've never quite figured out. It's not like one of those crochet braids that you get like a braid in. I think she like bisects it, like goes between the strands, and I always end up with a bit of a knot. Like sometime I may ask her, like, can you take a video of yourself putting the braid together so I can see how to undo it safely? Because it's not one of these things where you like can unpull and it all unravels. So I've got this sort of loop here. Okay, there we go. Don't want all that thickness. So we will divide it and then we will pull. Okay. Eloise was downstairs in the sunlight, but it looks like it's clouded up again. Wind is picking up again. So the possibility of rain, they said around 4, so this might be more of it. And then we'll get some of this sari silk. I said I wasn't going to use sari silk, and here I am using sari silk. And then we'll put some more locks on. Let's see if we can go maybe like... I'm trying not to have any of them span the doffer crease there, because that's just a problem. Press those in. Felt something, but I'm not sure what it was. It was definitely a piece of straw of some kind. After this, I'm planning on actually headed over to Walmart because my name came up on a loom at my guild. It's one of the rug looms. And they have sort of a brown taupe and sort of not white, sort of like ecru, however you say that. Cotton warp, and it's just a simple 2 harness loom. And my name came up, so I'm up, but I didn't have anything with me yesterday when I was there. And so the other person just finished a couple of days ago. So my plan is to swing by Walmart. I have this thing about doing. I'm not really a rag rug person. I actually like using peaches and cream. So it's a worsted weight. It takes me longer because I'm not using these big fat rug yarns or other things. But the plan is to get turquoise for the body and then have some accents in. I know there's a brown and an ecru in the smaller balls. Usually I get the cone of the turquoise. And so that way I can do like stripe border at the beginning and the end, or maybe even a repetition of stripe. That's not too bad there. So I want to swing by that. If it's not raining, I will swing by my garden because I swung by, it was yesterday, no, I think I swung by on Friday, and I watered. So I need to water again unless it rains. Then I don't have to water. But I did have some tomatoes that are ripe that have not rotted. I have a bunch that have fallen because I just didn't get out as much as I should have, and so I do have some that like rotted and fell to the ground. Okay, got something going on here. I'll deal with it when I get there. So I'm going to harvest some tomatoes, and I never got my shallots up, so I need to harvest my shallots, and I still have a few onions in the ground. I have no idea if they've rotted or not, so we will try and get those out. I know I had at least one pepper that was ready. And I want to make sure I definitely water the basil, since my plan is later this week to make, and I may do it over a couple of days, make pesto and put it in the freezer. I'm very much, you make the pesto and then you freeze it in ice cube trays, and then once it's frozen, you stick it in a Ziploc baggie. And so I can just pull out 1 cube at a time and microwave it, and I got enough pesto for 1 meal. And when I do that, I do typically something prickly in there. Typically, when I make it with less olive oil than a normal recipe calls for, so that when you reheat it, what you do is you put the frozen thing in there and you drizzle it a little bit with olive oil, so that you've got, there's a nice long one, so that helps in the sort of reconstituting. And I also make it with a little less cheese, so that you can add cheese to whatever amount you want when you reconstitute it. And I have 8 big basil plants, so a lot of them have gone to flower. I was not as good about preventing that from happening as I should have been, but the leaves are usually still just fine. So, okay, those are nice long ones. So, but I got to invite somebody tall over though to get my Cuisinart down from where a house sitter stashed it, who was much taller than I am, and I can't get at it now. I'm also trying to decide if I want to keep. I did my Italian parsley did really well this year, as did most of my mints. And I'm wondering if I should try and dig up some of that. I think the mint will probably survive over the winter. Parsley won't. So I wonder if I should like dig up some of it and see if I can get it to. I have like no decent direct light in the winter time here. Just because the sun is so south and I'm on the north side of the building. A little bit go over the edge here. Okay. Because we haven't even gotten, I think we may have gotten to like 38 or something one night, but yeah, my garden is in the middle of town, and most of the basil plants are protected by other things that grow around them, and so, and when I went by on Friday, there was no issue. They all were doing just, I had one or two that had a little bit of spots on them, but not bad. So I'm already thinking about how I want to plant next year. I can get the same plot again. I really would like to get my hand on some garlic and put the garlic in this fall. And I've got a few areas where I didn't really plant much, and so I've got some of those long, tall, grassy things growing, and so I'm going to cut those down and use them as fluff is flying, and use them to cover up where the basil would be, where the garlic would be, and also my rosemary did quite well. It didn't get as big as I wanted, but the soil is not great the further down you go. It's really, really hard. And so things didn't get as, well, the tomatoes got incredibly large, but the lavender and all that didn't get as nice as I would have liked. And so I'm not sure. I'd like to see if I can overwinter like the English lavender, and I mean, I really should have improved the soil, but I didn't think about that before I put them in. And so I'd like to see if I can overwinter them. I also read somewhere, I think that you can dye with lavender, like the stalks or something. So I may harvest some of that. I never got a lot of flowers. But, no, that is not straw. Thought it might be, but it's not. Okay. There we go. A little bit more red than I want, but oh well. Yeah, my big thing today is, though, I've been knitting. So, making progress on that magenta shawl. Okay, I think I can only maybe get one more layer on there. Once this is done, I will download it and put it up on YouTube. And I still have a few videos that I downloaded at the end of August when I was massively moving everything over to YouTube. Still have a few videos that never got posted because it was taking 10 minutes to post each video. And I had over 100 videos. Yeah, this is the last layer. Oh, last layer. Oh. What did I do? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Let us reach under. That's the silk. It got caught. Okay, we'll leave the rest of the silk that's on there, but that's what was so hard. So I get for chatting and not paying attention. Okay. Yeah, that's the silk. Come on. Let's twist a little bit. So I've still got some. I think they were from 2023, maybe. They're downloaded on my phone. I'd like to maybe tonight get them transferred so that in case something goes wrong when I'm getting a new battery tomorrow, I'm going to call ahead of time to make sure. It took a lot of time to find a place the last time I tried to do this, and then they messed up my phone. It turns out they could not replace my battery. This time I found a place down in Cedar Falls. I think it's called like CPR. It's like computer CPR. And they do battery and other repairs and all that. But it's going to end up looking a lot more pink, but I think once I fluff it out, it'll be okay. And of course, it's thickest here in the middle because that's where the two colors are overlapping. So we'll see if I can get any of this other stuff to stick in that middle part. Because it's very, very, very full. I mean, I did Google, and it did say, of course, my phone is a Google too, that you could. This is the type of phone you could change the battery, and they even had instructions for doing it yourself. I don't feel confident enough to do it myself. Figured I would have a professional do it. A little bit more of this other pink over here. But I'd like to get those videos done and up. Yeah, you can. I don't know if you can see over here. We're starting to get some transfer, which means full. Okay, so we're just going to put a few locks on the outside here. I'm just going to grab these two and put them away before they're so light they're going to blow away. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Maybe not. Those are really long. Let's do this. No, and the locks are starting to transfer. Maybe one or two more. Let's see. Definitely not this little green one. Okay, I think that's done. Get these back in the bag. Get that closed up. Okay, quick drink of tea and then we can take this off. There will only be one of these. I don't have enough of the other pink and the other one to do a full bat anyways. Okay. So let's, and I don't know if you can see how, it's hard to see from there. Like you're not, I had to, because of the way I've got the gooseneck angled, you're not up far enough to see down, but the liquor in is littered with mainly burgundy colored things. But okay, so I'm going to break the bat. Get the doffer crease. Oh, and it is tight, which means it's full. So if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to guess how much this weighs. My next event is the Minnesota Fiber Festival, which is next Saturday up in, I believe it's Cambridge, Minnesota. So it's north of the Twin Cities. I'm going to be staying with Mode Knits Yarns. Very excited about that. I can actually hand deliver a commission to her. She wanted a half moon jacket in marigold, and she's getting it. Okay, let's get the knitting needle out so I can pick it up. Yes, time to guess how much it is. Okay, this is being a little bit sticky. It's interesting. The plain Cordell is not sticking, but the Cordell Romney, which is rather fuzzy, is sticking a bit. So I'm going to slowly roll it off. And, oh yeah, this is thicker. But this also, I suspect, is one that has a lot of air in it. Neither of these were top. Look how much that's just sort of standing upright. Like a headdress. Oh, like a showgirl, right? Put that down there. Okay, now it's getting heavy enough that it can't stand up. Okay, let's see if we got everything off. Yep, okay. So I will be fluffing it outward. But if somebody likes pinks, this might be your thing. Because it's, look how thick that is. I think it's probably even thicker on that side. Okay. All those layers. Okay, so we're just going to hold it like this. Like a great big pizza pie. And get out the scale so you can see how much it weighs. Okay, your last chance to guess the weight is coming up. Tear this out first. And I gotta roll this. That might be an interesting thing. Okay. Let's see if I can do it like this. I can do it like this. Gonna be very fat and fluffy. I'm not even gonna be able to fold it in half. I'm just gonna have to like shove it in this thing. I think it's thin, slightly thinner on that light pink end. Okay, drum roll for the weight. Oh, yeah. I'm just making sure I did tear it. I did tear it. Okay. It is big. It's big. If you would like a moment to guess again, please do that while I grab a piece of paper and... So, shall I call it Life of a Showgirl? Should I? That's the name of the new album, right? I'm not a Swiftie. I did get to listen to stuff as I was driving back and forth to Indiana because I think that was the release of it. So we'll call it Life of a Showgirl. Okay, and the weight of it is, anyone else going to guess again? Okay. It is 3.25 ounces. That's pretty big for Sebastian not working with merino top. Okay. So yeah, so I will fluff and fold this. We'll see how the lighting is. I may not be able to take photos till tomorrow. Depends on what the light looks like. Okay. But yes, thank you very much for tuning in. As I said, I will download this to YouTube as well. Upcoming things, obviously, I have Michigan Fiber Festival. And then I have the last weekend of the month, the 25th, I will be in Macomb, Illinois at the Western Illinois Fiber Festival. And then I will drive home that night. And then on Sunday is my WAFA sale. I think it's at 2:30, but I don't remember which time zone that 2:30 is. So it could be Central, it could be Eastern. But I am Sunday afternoon. I will put it that way. Okay? Otherwise, after that, I have my guild sale on the first weekend in November. Next weekend, I have I'll be in Fayetteville, Arkansas for the Northwest Arkansas Fiber Festival. The weekend after that, I will be at the All Fiber Arts Retreat in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The weekend after that, aren't you getting tired? I am. Weekend after that, I will be in Des Moines for the 2-day Threads and Fiber Festival. The All Fiber Arts Retreat in Green Bay is 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So then I will be in Des Moines. That's my last in-person show. We haven't released the schedule yet because we haven't even done acceptances yet. But the Black Friday weekend is the last WAFA sale of the year. I will hopefully be in that. I will probably do a live sale sometime in December on my own page. But I think that's sort of about it. Yeah. And then I'm planning on sleeping for half of December. Oh, and my guild does have a pop-up sale. So if you are local, I think it's the second weekend in December, there will be opportunity to buy things I've made. So, okay. Thank you very much. I'll take a look at the comments. It looks like I can actually see them this time. Yay. I wish you a rest of your pleasant weekend and happy middle of October. Take care.